Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Corinne Hirsch. I have to remember that I have to stay here. Yes, okay, so I remembered, and not to move too fast. Here around. Okay, so I'm a gender balance expert, which means that my job is to do conferences, to do workshops, sensibilization sessions about all gender balance issues. This is my job. On the other hand, I am involved in NGOs and I am volunteering. I precise this because I do so many activities that people think that I am paid for these volunteering activities, which is not the case. So I'm vice president of PWN, Professional Women Network, one of the largest international women network in France, where I'm in charge of the think tanks, and I do activities with the teams about women and leadership, women and new technologies, women and money, women and ambition. I'm author of a film about women and money. And I'm also founder and vice president of Laboratoire de l'égalité, an NGO dealing with gender balance issues at the workplace. We created it 5 years ago. We were 5 around the table. We are today 1,300 experts on the subject. Today, here, I would like to bring you in a journey in the past, in the deep past, when, of course, artificial intelligence did not exist, when social networks did not exist, when internet did not exist, when even mobile phones did not exist, when fax machines were at their really early beginnings. Deep past, well, not so old, 30 years ago, 1989. It was my first job in a company, not a small one, Yoplait, a dairy international corporation. And at that time in Yoplait, we even didn't have fax. The most important person in the company was the telex lady. So for those who don't know what a telex is, you ask your elder neighbors and they will explain you. Yes, when I began to work 30 years ago, the only communication tools we had were fixed phones for the voice communication and telex for printed communication. Strange, isn't it, to remember this, what happened in 30 years. On the other hand, I would like to bring you in a journey in the future, actually in science fiction. Thanks to my father, I grew up reading tens of science fiction books. The strange thing about science fiction is that it is rather predictive when you look at it backward. 30 years ago in science fiction, cell phones, video transmission, high-speed traveling machines, facial recognition, nanotechnologies embodied under your skin, insect-based food, speaking and moving robots, of course. That was science fiction. And is reality today. So I wanted to share with you this. 30 years ago, what was science fiction is reality today. Wonderful technical improvements, certainly, but also science fiction brings us a constant alert. How is technology related to social and political organization of society? The news are not really good for those who love science fiction. If we consider science fiction as rather predictive, it usually describes worlds of dictatorship where human beings lost their autonomy. This is a predictive future of science fiction. Therefore, a few years ago, I arrived at a board of Laboratoire de l'égalité one day, and I wanted to raise really a big concern I had. With the development of artificial intelligence, I had the feeling that we are at the beginning of a process which is really busy encoding, engraving gender inequalities in the marble of the new technologies and applications related to artificial intelligence. So I said to the team, to the board, we have to understand what is happening. Why does Google translator suggest doctor for a man involved in medicine? Why does Google Translator suggest nurse for a woman involved in medicine? Why do orientation applications for students offer technical studies to boys and care studies to women? Why are vocal assistants named with female names and use female voices, perpetuating negative stereotypes about subservient women? Is it because of algorithm? Because they are written at 88% by men who would necessarily be horrible macho boys? Is it the single reason? No, at least not only. We wanted to understand more of the subject. We investigated and we wrote this book, Intelligence Artificielle, Not Without Women. So in 1 hour of reading, you have an overview of the subject. It gives really the big pictures of the problem. It gives also solutions, ideas, and we are optimistic about the future. In the world of intelligence artificial, nothing is impossible. Gender equality can even be an objective, and this is what we are going to discuss now, provided that we can beat gender bias and stereotypes in artificial intelligence and big data. It is the subject of our session. To introduce it, I invite Ivana Bartoletti to join us, and we can applaud her.